Hey, good morning, Savannah.
Good
This is
morning.
it's great to see you. This is our Fundraising Friday 5 that we enjoy. Usually you open us up and ask the questions, but we're going to flip it today, and I'm excited to ask you the question. Today we're going to talk about the Junior League of Greenville's Little Black Dress Initiative. The Little Black Dress Initiative is particularly timely because there's another one launching for the Junior League of Birmingham on Monday. So, Savannah, I know you had a great conversation with our client and have a lot of neat nuggets and tips to offer our fundraising and our fundraising community. So, Savannah, take it away.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm excited to have the roles reversed today and talk a little bit about this. I had a great interview with Claire Stam at the Junior League of Greenville, and she handled all of the fundraising and everything that had to happen to make the Little Black Dress initiative for Junior League Greenville successful. Basically, just to fill everybody in that might not know, the Little Black Dress initiative basically is where they have members of the Junior League are going to wear a little black dress for 5 days straight just to raise awareness about the Junior League's mission and how poverty kind of restricts your choices and your opportunities. So that's what the little black dress kind of is, the point of it is, and what it raises awareness for. And what we're showing now is their campaign site. So this is basically what they ran for the entirety of their campaign. This is where people came and gave all that good stuff. And I got the opportunity to ask Claire what her favorite parts of using Swell were. And for her, she did compare a lot to a previous fundraising software, which we will not name. But she did compare a lot of it to who they had used previously and then what it was like using Swell. And some of the things that they really loved for their Junior League members that were participating was that they had their own personal fundraising page that they did not have to log into. It made it really easy for them. They liked that they were able to get in, see who their donors were, be able to access how much they've raised, all that good stuff without having to log in and remember that login every single time. Something she just mentioned, something about having that login made it more difficult for people to participate because they didn't want to have to log in every time. So she really loved that. She also loved that they didn't have to customize their pages. And she actually thought at first that she wasn't going to love that. But she ended up loving it because she talked about how only in the past, a third of them would actually fill out their pages and customize it. And now they don't have to worry about that. It looks much more clean and it looks really good with everything looking the exact same. So she really loved that. And then, of course, she loved the peer-to-peer aspect. So she loved the leaderboards, the real-time fundraising, getting to see who's doing what and how much everybody was raising on the leaderboards and, having their members be able to see that as well. So those were really the sticking points for her that she loved about the Swell features. And it fit really well with what they're doing with their peer-to-peer type campaign. So that was really great. And then we can talk about a few results. So what went well for them? So in the past, their 2021 campaign was, and you can see it on the screen, a little over 32,000. And then once they started using Swell, their revenue increased to 39,000. So it actually increased about 21.7%, which is a huge increase from year to year. And then another thing, which sometimes is a sticking point for clients, was the processing fees. So their processing fees actually ended up decreasing about 35%. So it went from 2,700 to about 1,700. So a huge decrease there for them, which also raises them more money. So that was a huge thing for them. And then, of course, the other thing that really stuck out was their donors. So they actually had 587 unique donors that came in that they did not have previously. So they were able to acquire tons of new donors through using the Swell system, which was really great for them. So that was the campaign results. Yeah, it was on all parts of the board, they did well. They increased where they needed to increase. They decreased where they needed to decrease. So it was literally picture perfect for what you're looking for year-to-year results.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was really great. And then if you want to move forward to the last slide, we have just a few more things that we covered. We did talk about a lot of different things, but I wanted to highlight just the questions that really stuck out to me with her answers. And things that can really help other junior leagues in their campaigns. So talking about how she motivated her fundraisers, what was really cool to me, which I've never heard anyone do, was that they created a Google Drive folder. So they had a folder that they shared with everybody. And in that folder was sample social posts, talking points. They had countdown photos so people could post it leading up to create some buzz before the campaign started. I mean, truly, sky's the limit. They had everything that those fundraisers would need right there. And what she talked about that was really great was that they could come in whenever it was convenient for them and pull out what they wanted. So instead of you providing one thing a day, they had access to whatever they wanted, and they could pick and choose what they wanted to post on their pages, or, copy and paste the emails and put it out to all of their networks. So that was something that really stuck out to me that she said was really successful for them. Another thing was talking about their having a different campaign chair. I know this is really important when it comes to junior leagues. This typically happens. There's a change in leadership. Everybody has a different role each year. And something that she mentioned was figuring out a good process to communicate how everything ran and giving that information to the person leading up. And she even said that what they like to do is have that person that's going to be leading this campaign kind of be the assistant to the campaign the previous year. So they have a little bit of insight into what that looks like. So she really thought that was something that was really helpful for them. So when the next person came in, they kind of knew what they were doing. So it wasn't someone that had never seen the system before, didn't really know how to run the campaign. They knew what they were doing when they got in there. So that was one thing for her. And then the last thing you see here was advice that she would give to other junior leagues. And her big piece of advice was plan ahead. So she said, look at the numbers, plan ahead, make sure that you're creating that buzz, talking to those fundraisers about it way beforehand so they know and can anticipate what's going to be going on. And then you'll make sure if you're doing that, you're going to be successful. So those were the big sticking points of our interview. Claire had a lot of great things to say. But yeah, she just said, if you plan ahead and you get people excited and create some buzz ahead of time, you will be good to go for your Little Black Dress Initiative campaign.
Wow. What a great summary. That's awesome.
Yeah. Trying to fit it in for 5 minutes. Doesn't look like I did that.
No, it never does. It never does. Those are great tips. And it's awesome to think about that almost $10,000 in extra funds now that the Junior League can give out to another poverty alleviation organization in the Greenville community. So at the end of the day, yeah, it really delivered more impact. So that's really awesome to think about on this Friday. Savannah, thank you. That's a great summary, and have a great weekend.
Yes, thank you, Brooke. Everybody have a great Friday.
Bye.
Bye.